An arch in the shape of the upper half of an ellipse is used to support a bridge spanning a creek 30 feet wide. The center of the arch is 10 feet above the center of the creek. Write the equation for the ellipse in which the x-axis coincides with the road and the y-axis passes through the center of the arch. So part A wants us to come up with the equation that kind of illustrates this whole situation. Up here on the board, I have drawn a picture that illustrates this situation. We have an arch, and we have the river 10 feet below the top of the arch, and we have the arch spanning a 30-foot river. So I've cut that 30 feet into 15 feet for this side of the arch. The reason I did that is because we're talking about the equation of an ellipse. And remember, an ellipse, if we have the longer part along the x-axis, that means that the larger number needs to go under our x squared for our formula. If I have x squared plus y squared is equal to 1, then my larger number has to go underneath my x squared because we are longer along the x-axis than we are along the y-axis. Now A is 15 because from the center of my ellipse, the edge of the ellipse is 15 units. So A is 15, which means A squared is 225. Also, my B will be a 10. So 10 squared is 100. This is the equation of the ellipse that illustrates this situation. Now part B says, what is the height of the arch at a distance of 12 feet from the center of the creek? What this is really asking is, if I substitute in a 12 for x, what's my y going to be? So let's solve that equation. If I put a 12 in for my x, I'll have 12 squared divided by 225 plus y squared divided by 100 is equal to 1. And if I simplify this first fraction, I get 0.64 plus y squared over 100, and this equals 1. And now if I multiply both sides of my equation by 100, I will not only clear my fractions, but I'll also clear the decimals. I will get 64 plus y squared is equal to 100. Now if I solve this equation for y, here's what I'll get. Subtracting 64 from both sides, I get y squared is equal to 36. Now using the square root property, I get y is equal to 6. I didn't put plus or minus 6 there because we're talking about how high the arch is, 12 feet from the center. So what we have here is just the positive 6 representing 6 feet. So one more time to answer the question, the height of the arch is 6 feet at a distance of 12 feet from the center of the creek.